Katie Joy has been stalked, and she is technically still being stalked by Nat Kennett from the Anti-Katie Joy group. Now, here's the thing about what I think of the Anti-Katie Joy group, which a lot of people already know my opinion, but I noticed that I gained a lot of subscribers in the past month, so maybe they don't know. But Anti-Katie Joy is a cult. And it was funny though, because months ago I was doing skits of this guy Unirock, who is a nut job and he's a lol cow, so on and so forth. But he has always said, oh, the Anti-Katie Joy cult, and it's laughable. I used to laugh, crack up, just like hearing and watching those video clips of him saying that. However, he is right about that. And even though I can't fucking stand him, and he's been wrong about every single thing else under the fucking sun. However, he was right about that. This group is very obsessed with Katie Joy. A lot of them are drug addicts or in recovery. A lot of them do not have jobs. I think EKC People Suck is the only cult member that actually has a job, and she's a bartender. Everyone else does not have a job. They don't want to work. They say, oh, we can't work because of the pandemic. My husband works, so on and so forth. I can't work because I had surgery last year. You know which Anti-Katie Joy channel I'm talking about. And just excuses, and they're just crazy. And there's this one account, Without a Crystal Balls with a Z. She has no life. She literally talks about Katie Joy all day, every single day, constantly posting. She posts sometimes more than Katie did. And now Katie Joy used to post a lot, but I think, now that she has a lawyer, her husband probably has said things. She's probably read comments of telling her to slow down. But I'm telling you, she used to post so much that it would give you whiplash. But that's what this troll account does. And it's crazy because not only do they talk about her, but they watch her videos, and then they make videos of her. So they're recording. So they watch her once to hear what she's talking about and then record it. They watch her again when they're editing their video, and then they watch the video again as a whole, and then probably watch it again, like, you know what I mean? That's way too much time listening to Katie Joy talk about rape and stuff. Just saying, they literally do not have a life. And apparently her husband works, so she's a stay-at-home wife. But that's not the way of life, and I feel like people should realize this, that it is not it's not okay to just not have a job and not do anything with your life, no hobbies, nothing. It's really fucking wild. And there were accounts that I thought were worse than her, but anyway, my whole point was going back to stalking and perpetual victimhood. These accounts, they nonstop talk about Katie. That is obsessive. That is a stalking trait. They all covered for Nat Kennett, and they allied with her, even though there was so much evidence and proof that she was a horrible person behind a lot of things. And but this group just harasses her. They do. They make stalk accounts, and then once they're blocked, they make another account, and then they write their little things in their lives. But Nat Kennett has made false reports with the police, with the FBI, which is crazy, and the child services, CPS. So unfortunately, she does actually have a stalker, and she does have a group that's stalking her. Now, the difference with Hillary Baldwin's group is they aren't actually stalking her. They talk about her. The anti Hillary Baldwin group is a lot larger than Katie Joy's anti group, but that's because, they're rich and famous, where Katie Joy's just a random YouTuber, random YouTube creator, So that's the difference between them. However, they use these things, these facts, to be a victim at all times. And then they both say women support women, and then they attack women. They both get caught up in lies, and then they'll make an Instagram video and make themselves look worse. Now, Katie Joy used to say that she was fluent in Spanish, and then apparently someone recently said, maybe not recently, but I would say recently this year, within the last couple months, asked her about, if she speaks Spanish, and she says that she does not remember it, that it was when she was in her 20s. I'm sorry. I don't know how you can forget a language that you are fluent in. Especially in your 20s, I know Spanish, and it's just wild. I don't know. Maybe she didn't use it for 20 years or something. Not because she's 40. She's oldie. She's getting old, and then she's gonna be like in her 50s, and she's gonna be like, "All right, guys, back to my channel." But they're definitely always a victim, but like I said, Hillary Baldwin's anti group is, they don't stalk her. They just talk about her. There's a difference where they don't get involved. Yes, I've seen them call sponsors, message sponsors, so on and so forth. And however, they don't actually get involved in her real life, where the anti Katie Joy Without a Crystal Ball group, they call CPS. They actually call the police, get involved in their actual life, So I don't know. Just saying. What else can I talk about? I'll take a hit and think. Oh, so last night I was reading my comments, and I haven't done this in months because I just get so many. I have to turn my notifications off. And like I said, I turned my notifications off because Recaps with Bobby was harassing me, and it's to the point where I almost crashed my car because I had to pull over and turn notifications off because they kept blowing up like my comment sections. One time they posted 27 times in a day, and it was only within like a few hours span because I was working and I was driving, and I kept getting bling, 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 bling. And then I was like, what the actual fuck is going on? So I look, and then Recaps with Bob is calling me a stalker and all this bullshit nonsense. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're the one on my channel. I've never been on your channel. I've never commented. Okay. But they watch my channel all the time, and they talk about it. They talk about me all the time. Not as much as people talk about Katie Joy, but a lot. And it freaks me out. And people in my real life. Not to go completely off topic here, but I'm very open with people in my real life, and I show them my channel. I tell them, watch videos about me and see what they're fucking saying. Just watch this bullshit nonsense. And if you have any questions or you want to see any proof of something, whatever, so on and so forth, come to me. Every single time that people have messaged me in my real life that I actually talk to, hang out with, they have messaged me and they say, like, I don't get why all these people don't like you, and they're simply just making up things, not stating any facts, not showing anything, showing your video clips, and then just forming their opinion. But so as I was saying, I was reading my comment section, and it's my fault that I forgot. Okay, I wasn't looking at the time posts, so a lot of these comments were from long ago, before AZ and Julie Virgo admitted that they lied about me for drama in their videos. And I'm an idiot, and I was responding to some of these comments, and then I just realized, I was like, wait a minute, all of this is already squashed, because people were calling me a liar and all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't understand. I have not lied about a single thing. I've proven that they have lied about several things. There's nothing that I fucking lied about. And AZ and Recaps with Bobby still goes on, still trying to say that me and this other YouTube creator, Steve McRae, are dating. And they keep saying that we're lying about it, which is, it's delusional. And I've still to this day never heard a single accusation from their channel, from their mouths, from their freaking pie holes. I've never heard a comment or an accusation that was actually fact or correct. And right, an opinion could be correct. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. But anyway, so I was reading this comment section, and like I said, I'm an idiot because I'm commenting back and some of these comments, I'm like, oh wait, they already know what happened. They already apologized to me. But I was commenting back on comments from months and months ago. And then I just realized that I stopped and I was like, I need to smoke now because uh, that was very stupid of me. But there were some comments that I was like, wow, people just got it wrong. I've already said this. I've already said this many times. And I will keep constantly saying this because I do not fucking care. And I know that it's troll accounts, probably this guy Theo who stalks me. And like, AZ has sock accounts for sure. I already have proof that she stalks my channel and watches me. Recaps with Bobby does the same thing because I have them blocked, and I've seen proof that they do this. Anyway, they have sock accounts and they comment on my channel, and I've never commented on their channel, not even on sock accounts. AZ's, obviously I'm talking about post chaos. Of course, I was her moderator and I commented all the time. And I can't believe I was a moderator and I was ashamed of things. I really don't want to get off topic, but I was so ashamed of things. And people kept messaging me and saying, why are you moderating for AZ? She's a horrible person. She blocked me because of this. I blocked her because of that. She's a horrible person. Her stance on COVID is so wrong and so just fucked up. And, but anyway, they have sock accounts and they say horrible things. And one of the consistent things that I saw was that I lived with my parents my entire life. When I moved out, when I was like 19, 20, I graduated high school early. I moved in with someone I was dating. And from there, I lived in apartments. I lived in places with friends. I lived in this one house that basically was kind of like a fraternity, I would say. Fraternity, sorority, you want to say. I was the only girl that lived in the house, but well, they had girlfriends, so you know what I mean. So I was the only actual resident, but they had girlfriends, so it wasn't like I was the only girl all the time. But I lived there, and then I've lived with guys that I've dated, and I moved back right before the pandemic because my grandpa passed away, and then my grandma, it happened suddenly. He was literally, which is really fucking scary to think about. They were in bed and he woke up in the middle of the night and said his heart hurt. So they, called an ambulance, and she thought that he was just going to go to the hospital. He'll be fine, everything. Like, things happen. He has, problems with his heart and everything. And he died on his way to the hospital. And it traumatized my grandma so much because they were together since they were 14, which is fucking crazy. And she had a stroke. She couldn't handle it, and we brought her home, took care of her. And then COVID happened, so it was really hard for me because I couldn't work. And unlike AZ and Julie and all of those channels and stuff that don't actually work and because they choose not to, I actually couldn't work because I didn't want to risk my grandma passing away from COVID or being, she, shouldn't have to explain that. So I moved back recently. I would say, what is that? Has it been like 2 years? Yeah. So anyway, that was a consistent comment that I was seeing. And, people are full pieces of shit because I have explained this. And yeah, but then I was also reading positive comments that were making me smile, and a lot of new people find me, and of course, I honestly, I like now, I like, do not mind that some people think I am being the person that I am acting out in the skits. Like, I've read on Katie Joy videos and stuff that they actually, like, they're talking to me as if I'm Katie, like, you're so stupid, go feed your son, stupid shit like that. Another water bottle, please. Thank you. And yeah, so I enjoyed reading the positive comments, but yeah, so that was fun. And it was funny, I only got to my comment section not voluntarily. I was deleting a video on my channel. It was last night I went live. It was really late. I was really fucking tired, and I literally just rambled for like a few minutes and then decided to just delete the video. And I don't delete any videos if they have anything important that I'm going to say in them, I'll private them. But this video was just stupid, so I just deleted it. And I accidentally hit the comment section, and then a comment got my attention. So, I responded to that, and then I was scrolling down, and I was like, wow, I have a lot of comments. Like, I have thousands of comments. I'm famous. My fanatics. So yeah, is there really anything else to talk about other than those things? Talk about things in my bouncy ball, because apparently people like me bouncing on my bouncy ball. People seem to enjoy it. And not trolls. Like, I actually have people that say you should do the bouncing ball. You should talk more on the bouncing ball. It seems like you get your mind more stimulated then, because sometimes I come on live with nothing to talk about, and I try not to, but sometimes it just to be live. So I like to do just weird things. It keeps me, that's what keeps me a snowflake. Unique.